Yes, it's true. A real-life human baby has been born out of Bitcoin. Sounds impossible? Well, let me tell you a story that'll change how you see your coins forever. And to tell this story, I first have to give you a little bit of background. Because I first bought Bitcoin back in 2014, when most people still thought it was either a scam or a joke. And since then, it's been a wild ride, watching the price skyrocket overnight and crash just as fast, riding through the bull markets, the bear markets, the hacks, the bans, and headlines claiming Bitcoin was dead again and again. I've seen friends get rich, and I've seen others lose it all, and I've lived through more emotional roller coasters than I can count. And having been so long in the game means that often friends, followers, and even strangers come to me and ask for advice in regards to crypto. And one of the most common questions I get is, when do I sell? Sounds like a simple question, but let me tell you, it is a minefield. Since nobody can predict Bitcoin's wild swings, and it's impossible to hit it at the right moment. Now, to figure out when to sell, some people like to rely on charts and fancy analytics, thinking they can outsmart the market. However, statistics show that 95% of everyone who tries to do this ends up losing money. So, instead, my response to when should you sell has always been this: not before your investment has grown into a life-changing sum. Now, what defines a life-changing sum? Well, that's up to you. For some, it means freedom from debt. For others, it's chasing a lifelong dream. And the actual amount will always be individual to everyone, as what can make a huge impact in my life might not even make a dent in yours. But generally, it means things which will give you long-term happiness. So it's never about quick thrills or temporary highs. It's about the joy that lasts, the kind that can reshape your future. And personally, I always considered the biggest possible life change you can make with money was to buy your own house. Something I finally managed to do back in 2021, all thanks to Bitcoin. And this house of mine isn't just walls and roof over my head. It is stability, it is pride, and it's a dream I never thought I'd see realized. However, the other day I received a message which really put my puny house to shame. It said, "Don't sell before it's life-changing," said a wise man. We had to pay for IVF treatment, but finally got a real Bitcoin baby. Thank you very much for the advice. In other words, this couple dreamed of becoming parents, but faced some hurdles and needed in vitro fertilization, and this isn't cheap. But thanks to holding on to their Bitcoin, they could afford the treatment and are now the proud parents of a beautiful living child which would not have existed on this earth had it not been for Bitcoin. So how's that for life-changing sum? So next time you're tempted to cash out your Bitcoin for something fleeting that is nice to have, like a new phone or a shiny laptop or even a car, stop and think of that Bitcoin baby. A real human life brought into this world because someone dared to hold on for something greater than themselves. Remember, your coins aren't just numbers on the screen. They are hope and potential and a ticket to a future you always dreamed of. Whether it's a home to call your own, or being able to pursue a passion that sets your soul ablaze, or creating a legacy that echoes long beyond you. Don't sell, but hold fast until your investment becomes a life-changing force. The world is full of possibilities waiting for you to claim them, so dare to dream big, stay patient, and ask yourself, what life-changing moment will Bitcoin make possible for you? And please share your dream in the comments. I'd love to hear your story.